Alright, onward we go. Let's go ahead and speak with Tentowa again to take on the level 98 Dawntrail tank quest entitled Awakened, Not Stirred. Tentowa appears healthier, but there is still a hint of weariness in his expression. So, hey guys, I never left. You're looking strong, Mathia. While I'm not my old self yet, I'm feeling better by the day. Still, there's much work to be done. I need to be even better than I was before for it to have any hope of catching Leofiend. I wonder what she's plotting with the rest of her cohorts. We know they aim to topple nations around the world, but this is an odd way to go about it, don't you think? Why haven't her misdeeds in Ishgard extended any farther than the Temple Knights? Yeah, what's the to that? We pondered that same question. Our best guess was that, as a former Temple Knight herself, she chose them because she knows how to exploit their weaknesses. But is there more to it than that? She's using her knowledge as her weapon, and we need to equip ourselves likewise. If we can learn more about her, we might be able to anticipate her next move. A good plan, but I admit I have no idea where to start. Should we ask Fimelbear? No. I already have. He said that while he never knew her personally, the knights in her old squadron might be able to shed some light onto her past. Some of them even now patrol the city, and Fimelbear was a great help in telling me where they might be. You've been busy, Lozonic Way. Well, I can't remember the last time I was awake this long. I didn't want to sit around until I got tired again. And we're all better for it. Since you've gathered the information, it's only fitting that I should do the legwork. Just tell me where these knights are and I'll speak with them. Gladly, but Ishgard is still an unfamiliar city for both of us, right? Although Fimelbear told me where to go, the names of these places mean nothing to me. Which is why you're coming to me for help. Luckily we have Mathia to guide you. You'll go with Tentowa, won't you? I certainly will. I knew we could count on you. Alright, take note of these locations. And so she'll tell me where I have to go. Well, after we come out of cutscene. And just as it appears we're gonna get a beautiful little sunset this evening. Alright, Tentowa. Being forced to work with someone like Leofiend isn't a fate I would envy. I'm curious to hear what these knights have to say about her. Hopefully they provide insight that'll help guide us forward. Time is of the essence, Mathia. Let's get moving. Tentowa is now accompanying you. So we have to go to 3 different spots. And it looks like one of them is within the congregation. So we'll open the door and looks like we'll have to climb up the stairs in order to find our first person. So yeah, they weren't necessarily right inside the door. Now it's this courteous temple knight who's speaking with Teslingian. What a fancy name that is. Now this is a rare privilege. What business could the savior of Ishgard have with a humble knight? Well, this specifically. You want to know about Leofiend? Well, many temple knights come from common stock, but she was different. Despite what she became, Leofiend was born of noble blood. Oh great. Even so, she often made mock of Ishgard's customs and the responsibilities that bound the conduct of noble families. Doubtless she yearned for freedom all her life, or her idea of it anyways. Yeah, it seems to me that if it wasn't going to be Mathia who broke through the shackles of Ishgard courtesy of the Archbishop, it could have been her. Although her deeds caused her to be expelled from the Temple Knights and summarily stripped of her title, she may have actually desired that outcome. If she hated it so much here, all she had to do was leave. Yeah. But obviously that wasn't her intention. I hear she did leave, for a time at least. Now she's in league with a group that aims to plunge the world into chaos. If a selfish heart like Leofiend was sought out to aid in this plot, I shudder to imagine how wicked their leader must be. Yeah, that seductress of a Vieira? So now we'll go ahead and spread out to other spots. Why don't we go ahead, so our next spot will be... So we have one over here near the main Aetherites. And one up here near the north, near the manufactory. So let's go ahead and go to those spots. And it's not that often that you get an Ishgardian sunset. So yeah, let's see who else can speak to us on this matter. A keen-eyed Temple Knight who's here with his little squadron. Do you require aid? I must keep watch, so forgive me if I don't engage in idle chit-chat. Well, we just need a moment of your time, sir. Leofine. For her, I can spare a moment. I don't suppose you know why she was expelled from the Temple Knights, do you? We haven't heard that information yet. While few were her equal in swordplay, and few were still handed their mouths with such grace, she oft spent her nights carousing in the gambling halls. It was after just such a night that she fell asleep while on duty. Oh, the irony! Some may call it a cruel twist of fate, but dragons attacked her charges as she slept and they were left defenseless. In her negligence, she was deemed to have aided our ancestral foe, and thus was stripped of her knighthood and noble title both. Damn. Knights falling asleep on duty, a story that's become all too familiar. Yeah, now she never wants to sleep again. Given what happened, I've no doubt she came to fear sleep. Yet now she has conquered that weakness and she wields it as a weapon against us. She may even believe herself to be beyond the reach of mortal danger. Yet she's only deluding herself, and in time she'll be made to answer for her deeds. Let's hope that doesn't indeed happen, but... yeah. The one time that you let weakness get the better of you, and that happens. Now over to the manufactory, where there is also a conversation circle for us to have Mr. Tentorwa speaking about the statue of Saint Raynats. I've heard that the people of Ishgard revere a warrior god, but here's a statue of a flesh and blood knight. I've never seen such a thing. Yeah, they're called dragoons. My people make no figures or depictions of our departed, fearing that such objects will keep them from finding their way to the next world. The only idol we keep is the cradle of the sleepless. And thanks to its blessings, a wide eye has always watched over us. So our reverence is devoted solely to the narwhal. It's enough that it guides our people's safety to the next sunrise. Yeah, rest well there, Saint Raynet. So over to the Spirited Temple Knight. All is quiet. Even so, I must remain vigilant. Because yeah, you never know when Leofine will jump you. Leofine, eh? A name spoken in hushed whispers now, but many have forgotten her strategic genius. She had a singular talent for achieving victory in battle by whatever means necessary. Genius? Maybe we're just too dense to see how our actions would cause Ishgard to collapse. Given that her group seems relatively few in number, an assault on Ishgard is unlikely. Rather, I think her aim is to chip away the people's trust in Ishgard's foundation, and by the absence of a few vital bricks, bring the whole nation tumbling down. The thought gives me worry. Even now, representatives from Ishgard are preparing to visit OK Sondu in the Sea of Clouds. If anything were to go wrong, it would be a grievous blow to Ishgard's reputation. As we start Falcon's Nest, certain elements that oppose our nation see friendly gestures as a chance to spark conflict. Given recent developments, Sir Hadulup has been debating whether the visit is a wise choice. Well, we have a general understanding of what drives our adversary. Stories that paint a picture of a rotten, conniving soul. Indeed. We know enough to guess her next move, or it must have been hard on the Lord Commander, but yeah. It seems we know what she might be up to next. You're right. Whatever her ultimate goal may be, it's clear she has an almost blinding focus on shaming the Temple Knights. And this, what did he call it? A delegation? May provide an irresistible opportunity. Finally, we have knowledge to use against our enemy. If we all work together, we might be able to trap her. Let's hope you're right. We haven't much time. Let's return to the congregation and tell this Houndaloop what we know. Alright, let's do it then. So as nighttime falls here in Ishgard, let's go ahead and go back to the Forgotten Knights. I mean, we don't see it much, but drink it all in. And Ishgardian sunset. Alright there, Houndaloop. It's been a while since we've spoken to you. I'm guessing you've been keeping Sir Emmerich in the loop on this? In the Handaloop, as it were? You are ever welcome at the congregation, Mathia. I am well apprised of Leofine's wicked deeds, and your efforts to flush her out have been much appreciated. And this must be Master Tentorwa, who crossed the ocean from Tyrol. I hope you have recovered from your ordeal. I mean, surely you heard Lozanique screaming upstairs. I'm better than ever. Apologies for taking up one of your beds for so long. Please, no apologies are necessary. On the contrary, the Temple Knights yet owe you a debt for all you have done. Which brings us to the purpose of this visit. You had something to discuss with me? Indeed I do, sir. I see you and I had the same doubts. The delegation to OK Zundu would be an obvious target for Leofine. I was but recently debating the wisdom of moving forward with our plans. As you know, all of Ishgard falls under the protection of the Temple Knights. As such, 'tis only meet that we maintain and strengthen friendly relations with our neighbours. The delegation in question is tasked with deepening mutual understanding with each of our unique cultures. Sonu Vanu, chief of the Zundu, was most eager to host. Clever. Yet so long as the spectre of Leofine hangs over our order, I fear visits abroad are unwise. Should any of the Vanu Vanu come to harm, our relations could be damaged irreparably. As we have no way of knowing if Leofine has caught wind of our plans, I am of the mind that postponing the delegations may be the most prudent course of action, for the safety of all. This could also be the perfect chance to draw her out, or the Zundu will be safe under our watch, but... yeah, are we not trying to stop this woman? That's right. Mathia and I won't let anyone come to harm. And as long as you warn the Vanu Vanu in advance, they shouldn't hold the actions of a rogue against you. If they are truly your allies, they'll see the wisdom in your judgment. Please send the delegation as planned. It'll be our best chance to capture Leofine. Yeah, I've got them all this over. Your words have merits. Thank you for the sage counsel. You were right. The Zundu would not stand idly by while we suffer at Leofine's hand. Yeah, who knows, they might even take up arms. In fact, the fellowship between our two peoples was forged when a god assailed their home and was brought low by a great hero, Mathia. And I'd do it again if I have to. If we tell the Zundu that he is keeping watch over the proceedings, then I'm certain that all doubts shall be quelled. Then you'll proceed? Indeed. The time has come for we Temple Knights to acclaim our honor and go on the counter-offensive. I shall bring the suggestion of a joint operation against Leofine to the Lord Commander as soon as possible. That means we're getting Sir Emmerich involved. Thank you. Together we'll put a stop to her scheme. I must first discuss matters with the others involved before we present a plan to the Lord Commander. Although time is of the essence, I ask that you wait a while until our course is settled. Alright. So, let's be on our way then, and we'll leave you to it. Alright, back out we go. Yeah, you may have noticed that compared to the first two members of the Passage of the Unbound that we've confronted, Leofine's been a lot more discreet as far as revealing herself. Unlike Samidare and Chateau Feet last night, who were really not shy about showing themselves. I realize now that I agreed to defend the people I know next to nothing about. Tell me of these Zandu we'll soon be visiting. Certainly. They look like large, fluffy birds, or they're like the Hanu Hanu with even more of a penchant for metaphor. Yeah, they are. Really? Two groups of such people so far apart? The world really is full of surprises. But yeah, they love their metaphors. Even a single city is enough for a lifetime. Every day I hear something that gives me food for thought. Like the story of the Dragon Song War, for instance. Generations of animosity between dragon and man that somehow ended in a rekindled fellowship. Courtesy of yours truly. I imagine a whole world like that. A world where there would be no need for protectors. The Wide Eye watches not only the monsters in the wilderness, but our neighbors as well. We barely even considered sending delegations outside our village gates. And the cold snap only made things worse. With everyone struggling just to survive, our every thought goes towards defending our scarce resources. I guess now, Mr. Kona needs to start building rails towards your direction, huh? But if we only look outward with wariness, there's no hope for the future to change. No hope to build trust. If only there was a way to bridge the distance between us and greet tomorrow hand in hand. Maybe that's just a city dream. Oh, I don't think so. Maybe. Either way, it's a beautiful thought. So yeah, as these two laugh it up. Yeah, we can't see it all that well because it's evening, but I can assure you they are laughing. I'm glad you think so. I'll hold that future in mind as I get back to training. Which is going to be very brief. As for you, Mathia, get some rest. If you fall asleep when I need you most, I'll wake you up with a knock to the head. Hopefully not a curb stomp to my skull. So we'll take our 1,102,000 experience points, 2,000 gil, plus a serving of aqua pazza. Alright, let's forge onward and make our way towards the main events. Let's go ahead and speak with Tentowa to take on the level 100 Dawntrail tank quest entitled Dreams of a New Day. Tentowa is eager to set a trap for Leofine. And so Hondalup still hasn't sent word. I guess the others might not be so enthusiastic about our plan. To them, the Cradle of the Sleepless is naturally still something to be feared. No matter how much faith that they have in your strength, you'd be at Leofine's mercy if she put you to sleep. Honestly, I don't blame them. Not even I imagined our treasure could be used for such evil. In Leofine's hands, it's no more than an indiscriminate weapon. But that means when we get it back, we can turn it into something else. Something no one's ever thought of before. We can find a way to use it without forcing someone to spend their life in slumber. Of course I agree with you, Tentowa, but we have more pressing matters. Namely, a rogue knight to capture and a treasure to recover. Yes, indeed. Right. Sorry I got ahead of myself. Well, as Handloop comes along with Firmalbear, apologies for keeping you waiting so long, the Temple Knights have finally reached a decision concerning the delegation to the Sea of Clouds. And what have you decided? Drumroll, please. I am pleased to say that the Zundu have agreed to join forces with us. Together, we shall drive Leofine back should she attack. If her shadow darkens with even an ill of their homeland, our peaceful delegation shall turn into a fighting force at a moment's notice. We shall restore the Temple Knight's reputation and recover your artifacts in one fell swoop. Thank you, Honolulu. We promise to do our part if Leofine shows herself. She won't get away this time. We have but to hammer out the finer details. Once we are ready to depart, the first group of knights shall leave by airship. I would ask you both to make your way to OK Zondu as soon as possible, so you may help plan our strategy. Certainly. So Well, thank you very much, you two.
I'm coming too. I can heal your wounds, and if it comes to it, my staff can bruise as well as a club.
Oh, glad to have you with us. I'm done taking on the world alone. Well, you've always had me here since you arrived.
I need you, Lazanique, and Mathia too. We're stronger together than we could ever be apart. The cradle never would have been stolen if I realized that from the beginning. And I want you by my side to ensure I don't forget it.
Well then, we better be off. I'm keen to meet this Chief Sonu Vonu. Absolutely. And away they go. Well, maybe it's because... Maybe you're thinking that because Tentowa hasn't fallen in love with me? So on this night in the Sea of Clouds... Yeah, here's Sonu Vonu. Of course, standing next to Sanu Vonu. Alright. Honor Netherling, your return to OK Zundu is as welcome as the arrival of spring. Sonu knows why you come. Wicked hearts seek to bring chaos to our home. Indeed, and so the Zundu shall rise to its defense if needed. As the sun's rays chase away the shadows of night, the sun-drop dance shall keep the tendrils of sleep at bay.
Chief Sonu Vonu, it's an honor to meet you. I'm Tentowa, and if this sun-drop dance is as invigorating as you say, I'd love to see it for myself.
Yeah, it's like a New Zealand haka. The Zundu shall dance before Ishgar's warriors upon their arrival. Brave Tentowa is welcome to join the proceedings.
That was your original intent, right? I see. If we were to draw Leofine out, it makes sense to pretend like nothing is amiss.
Zundu warriors unify their strength through the sun-drop dance, and the sight is so fearsome that many choose to flee rather than fight. Netherling warriors may learn much from such an approach. Breaking the enemy's spirit avoids needless bloodshed. Yet all dancers must hone their skills before wild animals first. That the sun-drop dance does not fail them at the most crucial moments. It is for that reason that our dancers await at the outskirts of OK Zundu for the Netherlings' arrival. When the performance begins, it shall draw the attention of all like a roiling cloud coming over the horizon. Watch carefully for any who would take advantage of that moment. Indeed. After the dance is finished, Netherlings will present the Zundu with... With what?
Chief Sonu! Netherling ship appears in the skies like sudden sun shower hurtling towards Earth! Swiftly it descends, crashing down near Zundu dancers! Ship's markings are Ishgardian!
Uh-oh.
Zundu are unhurt, but wounded Netherlings pull from vessel!
Oh, the Temple Knights would never harm the Zundu intentionally, or like a lightning bolt in the night, Leofine strikes. Yeah, did she find her way onto the ship and sabotage the pilot? Agreed. This has the scent of the enemy. Just as Sonu has no reason to doubt that the sun shall rise on the morrow, he has no reason to mistrust the Temple Knights.
She saw right through us and now we're on the back foot.
Great winds can alter even a raging river's course. What matters is to stand strong and move forward. And now, we must offer aid to the Netherlings who come as guests. And hopefully not as walking wounded. Right, let's go. We gotta get moving. So yeah, we better be ready, because battle awaits us right now. Let's go ahead and help ourselves to this Aquapazza. And then, get ready to throw down. If this is the work of the cradle, Leofine can't be far. We must tend to the wounded, but I won't let her escape again. This ends today, one way or the other. Or, in this case, this evening. Let's do this. So by the time we arrive at the crash site, it's the next day. And indeed, Leofine stowed herself on board. She stowed away herself on board and put everyone out. And there she is. And how dare you using a griffin to fly here? There you are, Leofine. You came all this way just to greet me? Oh, I am honored. I only hope my gift was satisfactory. I guess we're grateful that I crashed on actual land. It didn't plummet to their deaths. 'Tis a shame you will not see Ishgard crumble. Alas, I can scarcely suffer rats to scurry about my feet, threatening to gnaw away at my carefully laid plans. Yeah, so carefully laid. This is only the second time we're seeing you in this entire journey. At least you bear witness to the dying breath of the Temple Knight's flagging honor. We would sooner see that wrecked airship soar again than their reputation return to its former glory. Yet even I did not foresee that the Sundew would be in the ship's path. The fury favors me, for who now would trust a nation so careless as to put their neighbors at risk? Well, the chief has seen through your ruse. Everyone knows you're behind this. People won't turn on each other so easily. Yeah, show off that fancy staff of yours. Oh, I didn't see you there. The shut-eye, wide awake. Doubly honored I am that you came all this way just to meet your end. Enough! We're taking the cradle back. We won't let you continue your evil any longer. Such bold words. If I recall correctly, your people reaped great benefits from this artifact's powers, all at the cost of someone's waking life. Your life. Yeah, what a smug look she has. Yeah, and she's not gonna break that smile anytime soon. We'll have to wipe it right off of her. Pray do not misunderstand me. This was not meant to be a denouncement of your people. On the contrary, they have my utmost respects. We are bound by our very nature. No matter how mighty we become, we are slaves to the whims of sleep. Yet this artifact can sunder those shackles and grant true freedom. It makes its wielders stronger and their enemies weak. A perfect weapon if you ask me. I can't say whether using the cradle is right or wrong. I only know that a life lived at the cost of another is no life at all. You're right about one thing. We are bound by our nature. But that doesn't shackle us. It brings us together. And whether I'm asleep or awake, as long as Lozanique is by my side, that's the life I want. Yeah, this isn't the time for professional love, but she's certainly grateful. We'll take the cradle back together or show her in her quarter. I'll be your shield. Yeah, I've got item level 680. I can take her. She's exhausted the cradle's power on the Temple Knights. This is our chance. Well, if we have that opportunity. No plan is without its wrinkles, I suppose. Fortunately, I prepare for all contingencies.
Which is why your lackeys are rushing the field. Yeah. Can you stand up to the Vanu Vanu? And as for you, yeah. It looks like you've learned how to be a viper as well, Leofine. And unchivalrous is right.
You had an opportunity to live a quiet life, but I will not give it again. This time, I shall send you into a slumber from which you will never wake.
Well, maybe we could do that to you instead. Yeah, it's time to take you down, ugly. Give it back to Cradle War, we'll take it back, yeah! Wow, that's a lot of lackeys. So she's gonna retreat and let them take us on first. And in the meantime, yeah, we see where they're going. Well, why don't I show you how much damage I can do as a paladin? And heck, even some collateral damage on the guy in front. Yeah, wipe all of you out. Now over to this side. Yeah, you're gonna get wrecked badly. Yeah, it turns out the Vanu don't need the sun drop dance. They'll just go to blows. And now for you. Yeah, now it's time for the sun drop dance. Show off your haka! We gotta keep protecting these guys. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna try and kill the Temple Knights before they get a chance to wake up, so we gotta do something about it! Alright, you're down on that side. We gotta run over to this side now. Looks like we're all clear as far as the sun drop dance working. Yeah, show off that haka! The Zundu's fearsome dancing gives rise to a swell of ether. All of a sudden, the Temple Knights are back on their feet. Everyone's awake, says Luzanique. Indeed, it is true. So now they'll take the fight to the bad guys. They'll confront the lackeys. And now it's us versus Leofine. Cursed with incompetence, huh? Well, time for you to pay. Yeah, we'll show you what happens when you cross our path. Such immense power. Well, that's power, I guess you could say. But I will need to make a break the moment that the AoE goes down in the middle. Yeah, Atonement is right. Yeah, it will teach you how to not misuse blessings of animals. Oh, yeah, we gotta go over to this side. Yeah, you cover over there, Tentowa. And in we go. Healing's on the way from the Zonique. I mean, we have over 145,000 HP. Do we really need to be that worried about our health? Oh, we got her down to an extent. But now what? Uh-oh. Is she gonna whip it out? Yep.
The artifact swells with power. It begs to be released.
Maybe someone intercepts it.
Yeah. Now that you've shut your eyes for the final time, take a last glimpse of the waking world. Yeah, now she's powered herself up. Yeah, now we gotta deal with this. Yeah, and so will I. Double passage of arms. Am I hold out long enough? Yeah, can ours hold out long enough? Oh, Tentowa's down again. No! Tell me you have... You think this piece of wood is for protection? Yeah. Do you have any more of that antidote? Because here comes more lackeys. Yeah, hopefully Lozanique has more of that antidote, but we can just have the Vanu Vanu come in and do their haka again. Yeah, not a problem from our bird friends. Oh, but yeah, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to intervene here. Yeah, I have to take the brunt of this blow. And now that I have, over here. Oh crap. Yeah, stay close to me, boys. Yeah, you can't get through me. Yeah, your friend may have fun putting down Tentowa to bed, but you won't have that beat as far as I'm concerned. I'm the sort of man who thrives on endurance. And keep that block up. Hey, Leophine, I'm looking at you. You want to fight me right now instead of chucking daggers in my face? And in the meantime, success from the Vanu Vanu. Yeah, you were asleep. Again! So, off they go. If we need you to use your powers again, we'll do it. How are they doing this? If you only knew. Yeah, maybe you'll learn a little something about the tribalism and the power that they possess. Yeah, drop those AoEs away. Get rid of them. Oh god, I better back off. Here, Tentowa, you take the lead for a moment. Yeah, others are just a tool to you. Yeah, we're gonna break you, you bitch. And then you'll regret crossing paths with us. Oh, here she goes again. We know where to go and when to move. But now, the Lozanique needs help with the stack mech, while also at the same time, break. It's Lozanique who's taking the hit for us this time around, alongside me. Got her past the quarter. I don't have interjects readily available in time, but I stopped it! Wow, I stopped it in time. Fumbling around for the interject, but I found it. Not a moment too soon. I probably nailed that with less than a second. Yeah, what's the matter there, Miss Leophine? Are you getting tired of competing with us? I can use this on you from afar. And this. And then I can ram this into your face. And before long, it's you who's on your knees. We win. And so, yeah, you couldn't even beat us with full power. So now what?
You stubborn. You may have won today, but this is not over.
Yeah, you still have the artifact in tow. And curse you for stealing one of my own. You stole this from Amigo, didn't you? Yeah, we're not letting you get away this time. Uh-oh, not again. Oh, what? Yeah, Tentoa has suffered enough, I guess. I'm taking the fall for him. That may be the craziest act of bravery the Warrior of Light has ever done.
Damned fool!
Go for it, Tentoa. Now's as good a chance as any. Yeah, you knocked it out of her hands.
No!
Yes! And this time you can't take a hostage. So how about a taste of your own medicine? Yeah, say goodnight, dear fiend. Yeah, taste of your own medicine, bitch. Oh wow, we just killed her. Finally, we killed one of these fools.
The wide eye watches eternal, and eternal is the sleep it bestows.
Yeah, we won. But at what cost?
We finally stopped her!
Yes, but we have someone else to worry about. Yeah. How many more dandelions and morbol saliva do you have?
Matthias, wake up, are you alright?
Look how happy I am. Only he would smile at a time like this. Oh man, I wish I could have thumbnailed that. Yeah, I'm just doing my duty as the Warrior of Light. Yeah, I keep thinking it's gonna be the dandelion and morbol saliva remedy that Lozanique made, but no. We could just use the morbol, we could just use the sun drop dance. It's not that hard. He's awake! Yeah, I think I realized what I just did. Yeah, remind me to never do anything like that ever again. Tentoa. Your work is done, Matthias. You did a commendable job as our shield, and now you can lay down your burden. It was thanks to your bravery that I was able to deal the final blow to the Fiend, and with the cradle back in our possession, I think we can consider this expedition across the seas to be a success. Indeed. And incidentally enough, it's now sunrise.
The Sundew helped us gather the wounded and see them safely off to Ishgard. We couldn't have done it without you.
Netherlings protect allies as fiercely as Scalacat protecting kittens. Zondu are moved by your mights. You are equally as impressive. I should learn the sun drop dance myself, though I won't strike a figure half as fierce as yours. Well, size does matter. And so, the Zondu seems to have everything well in hand, and Handunup is likely to get to see us. We should return to Ishgard as soon as we can. Indeed we must. We have to give him the good news. As well as to Formal Bear. Alright, back to Ishgard we go. Alright, back to the Forgotten Knights. And I guess I can go back to civilian attire again. Alright, hi there, Handaloop. Our mission worked. We succeeded. Ah, the heroes of the day have returned.
Thanks to your valor, the threat Leofine posed is no more. What's more, not a single life was lost. And so, on behalf of the Temple Knights, allow me to express my utmost gratitude to you all. You don't owe me any thanks. After all, it was my fault that the crater was stolen in the first place, and ultimately my fault that your delegation to XIV turned into a melee. And he's like, don't think of it that way. It may be true that our visit to the Sea of Clouds was far from peaceful, but the bond between the Zundu and Temple Knights has only deepened through overcoming mutual adversity. Blessings often take inscrutable forms. Indeed. And while we know not whether Leofine yet lives, well, I think we may have already gotten that answer. We do know that she can no longer reach the source of her ill-gotten power, so we have little more to fear from her. With the crisis behind us, the common folk no longer have aught to fear. We will make known the story of Leofine's schemes and the heroes who worked to foil them, and, in time, I hope that trust in our order will be restored. The Temple Knights shall continue to build relations with our neighbors for years to come, relations which shall form the foundation for Ishgard's future. We would be honored if we could count you among our allies in this endeavor. Anything you need, simply call upon us. We'll be there, no questions asked. And with that, it's time we returned home. It's been an honor. Indeed it has. Yeah, it was nice to meet all of you and the Temple Knights once again. Please give my regards to Sir Emmerich. We'll be passing through Tuliolol on our way back, Mathia. If you have business in those parts, we'd love to speak with you at Jabali of Ty before setting off. See you soon, hopefully. And so off they go, back to their homeland. Yeah, can I speak with Sir Emmerich? Pray keep your voice down when Soy used to serve as a guardsman over by the Scholastic. Force of habit. Carry on. Yeah, you won't even let me speak with Sir Emmerich. You suck! Well, whatever. Let's head back to Tuliolol. Out of the cold and back into the warmth again. And so, of course, Lozanakwe and Tentowa are right there chilling out by the palm tree. Let's go and speak with Lozanakwe to complete the quest and our journey.
Mathia, there you are! I was afraid we wouldn't see you before we left.
It's called teleporting.
We arrived not long ago and apprised Brook Evu of everything that has happened. This is the longest I've spent away from our village, but even though Tuliolol and Ishgard were like entirely different worlds to me, I was only ever treated with kindness.
As you should.
Is there anything the matter, Tentowa?
Nothing, it's just something I've been thinking about. Our people have always been self-sufficient, but the Ishgardians and the Zundu showed that looking to your neighbor can reveal a way through the harshest difficulties. And you heard Hondalup, the bond between Ishgard and XIV was only made deeper through their shared ordeal. To trust another to such a degree, well, I think it's a goal we should all strive toward. And she agrees. We have at least one friend like that, don't we? He who bent his ears to every note of the narwhal's lullaby without a shade of fear in his eyes. Well, my ears are quite easy to see. Thank you, Mathia. For believing in us. For believing that no matter the outcome, your actions would not be in vain. In so doing, you taught me the worth of fighting alongside allies you can trust. Even if your shield breaks, that is not the end, or I only protected you as you protected me. Just doing my job as the Warrior of Light. Is that what I did? Honestly, don't remember much about that moment. I think I was only acting on instinct. I suppose that's what it means to have faith in your allies. Indeed.
But approaching someone with open arms doesn't mean that they'll accept you. The relations between our people and our neighbors have been strained by generations of mistrust, and we must take care to mend them properly. If we can do that, and learn to look towards the future hand in hand, then there'll be no need to use the cradle ever again. People can sleep and dream untroubled, and awaken with bright eyes. I want to see those days come to pass. I hope you get to that point.
Me too. Then you and I can finally spend more time together.
Hopefully as husband and wife? Right, of course. Yeah, these two are meant for each other.
If we're going to see this future, then we should get back to our village. They'll be overjoyed to see the cradle returned.
Thank you for everything, Mathia. Next time we meet, may we both have good news to share. Yeah, take care and make sure that you don't both fall asleep with the relic ends up malfunctioning or whatever, because, yeah, with power like that, it could be possible, especially with all the crap that it's gone through. Perish the thought. So, we'll take our 1000 gil plus 2 each of Battle Dance 11, Savage Aim, and Savage Might materia. And we also earn the achievement, No! Sleep! Tutuliolo! If you know the reference to that, good for you. Especially since it was used just last year in the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Yeah, I only got to see the Super Mario Bros. Movie a few months ago while babysitting my nephews, and wow, I was certainly surprised to hear that song being used. But then again, they did use quite a number of well-known 80s tracks. So, that definitely deserves another happy hour cocktail, and after that excellent amount of sleep that I got by getting nailed with the Narwhal relic, I think we can say that we are calling it a night here with the success of now having obtained 3 stolen artifacts. And so that means that there's only 2 more left to get our hands on. And so, no, we're not going to go to an ad break because the stream is done. Yeah, what's the point of going to an ad break if we're about to go off the air? So, tomorrow I head off to do some RPing for Halloween. And then on Thursday, on actual Halloween, we'll be back here to take on the mage version of these Tuliolo relic hunts. And this is one that's probably going to make you guys really be mind blown, because we are going to be seeing a very interesting journey that is going to be filled with costumes. I think that'll be very appropriate for Halloween, so I hope that all of you guys are ready for it. And so I will see you guys back here again on Thursday when we go after Dawntrail Relic Quest number 4. So, with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail live here on Twitch. So, thank you very much everyone for watching. We'll see you guys back here on Thursday, and until next time everyone, may you ever walk in the light of the crystal, and make sure you get a well-deserved night's rest.